As noted, if I make a change to this file, let's just take out this line, that change is indicated by this triangle indicating that I've deleted something, and it shows up under Changes with an M indicating that it's been modified. There are other kinds of changes I can make. For example, I could create a new file. So let's come over to our Explorer and hit Command N to create a new file. And we'll say console.log hello world. And we'll save this as hello world.js. When I come back to Git, it tells me that there are two files that I need to take a look at, two pending changes. And sure enough, we've got the modified hello world TS, but we also have a new file, hello world.js, which is indicated by this U, which tells you that it is not yet tracked by GitHub. We can go ahead and track that by adding these to the staging area. The easiest way to do that is to press the plus next to each of them, and notice we can do that individually. Now our untracked file, hello world.js, has changed to an A, indicating that it is an add. We can go up to our messages and say add hello world, and go ahead and check those in, and then open up and do a push. And you don't have to do a push after each check-in. You can do a number of check-ins to your local repository and then push. Let's make sure that everything worked the way we wanted by going back to Bitbucket. And I tend to be a little bit neurotic and check each of my changes to make sure that everything is working the way I want. Notice I'm in Get Sample under my name. I can just click on my name, and it will take me to my repositories. It tells me that Git Sample was updated 36 seconds ago. I can click on that, and now I see that there are two files, hello world.js and hello world.ts. From a TypeScript perspective, this is not very smart. Hello world.js is what hello world.ts is going to compile into. I haven't invested very heavily in hello world.js. Let's go ahead and delete that. So we will return to Visual Studio Code, where we have both files, and there are a number of ways of deleting that file. Probably the easiest way is to go into Terminal, check what directory I'm in. I'm in the right directory, and say rm hello world.js. Notice that that is immediately reflected in Visual Studio Code, and if we go over to Git, which tells me there's one change, hello world.js is now crossed out and marked D for delete. I can stage that change, and I can commit that change, and it wants a commit message. So I'm going to add a commit message which says delete hello world.js. You always need to have a message, and it has reminded me of that. Let's go ahead and enter. Now that has been saved in the local repository, and I can choose to push or not as seems appropriate. If I go ahead and push, then that's sent up to the remote repository, and we can go and look at that on Bitbucket. And what we will see when we refresh this page is that the file is gone.